Content warning. This podcast is intended for a mature audience. Contains graphic descriptions of violence and explicit language.
Hello, friends, and welcome back to Pods of the Multiverse. We're an unofficial D&D podcast where four friends play D&D. We are so glad to have you back for our second game of Season 5. I'm Andy, the DM for our adventures in the world of Theros. And with me are three of my best friends.
I'm Jimmy. I play Gron, the Minotaur Barbarian, who is here to apply force to any lore application that anybody might think of at any time.
My name is Geppi. I play Klyx, the Leonin rogue, who will never again take a bath in a whirlpool. No, thank you.
Sorry, I had something in my throat there. I'm Scala. I play Paravex, the human heretic.
I thought you were going to say ashtray.
That works too.
Oh, man. Human, heretic, and ashtray. Without further ado, let's jump right into the episode. Let's have a little recap. The heroes of Akros, the dynamic duo, Klyx and Gron, found themselves in Melitus, hunting the Oracle of Phenax, Atris. At the amphitheater, they quickly found themselves face to mask as an audience of entranced Meletians tried to impede their chase. While being taunted by Atris, Gron and Klyx both had flashbacks, portraying moments along their current journey with Califex, Krufix, and Kaidali, respectively. And after finally winding through the underground of the amphitheater, they found themselves at a portal where, after reaching out to the errata, Klyx managed to transport them to the outskirts of the mysterious necropolis of Iretis, where they met Paravex, who seems to be seeking a way into the underworld. The rest to be possibly learned this episode. Continuing to be taunted by Atris, the three were quickly met with three hoplites of Returned, pouring out of the gates to greet them. Now they stand at the gates, knowing Atris is somewhere inside.
What was the name of the necropolis?
Iretis.
And remind me, what Atris said, all three of us heard.
Yes.
Okay. Would Paravex know why Atris is calling these people the heroes of Akros?
Let's have Paravex go ahead and make a history check.
Yeah. That's a 13.
No.
Okay.
I'm going to say the DC of that is a bit higher for the regional fame that Klyx and Gron have.
Fair enough.
Paravex would definitely know who Atris is, infamous figure, an oracle, regardless of the rest of their infamy. But as far as Klyx and Gron, probably not on Paravex's radar at all.
Very good.
Well, I guess he's in there. Let's go. And Gron slings his axe over his shoulder.
Enough of a reason for me.
All right, Gron starts walking.
You coming with us or what?
Well, what is it that you are seeking here in Iretis?
Well, you heard that voice, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, people don't mock us and get away with it. We're going to go in there and deal with that.
Well, the Oracle of Half-Truth's enemy is a friend of mine.
Oh, so you're familiar.
Yes, though I was hoping that I would not have to contend with such a infamous follower of Phenax.
He's nothing. We stomped him before. Fucker came back.
And if you're not a fan of Phenax, we'll probably get along.
Very well, then let us not dally any longer.
And with that, Klyx now follows Gron into Iretis.
I stay mounted as long as I'm able and follow behind.
Great.
MMO rules, you dismount automatically inside of dungeons.
Look, if the streets become too narrow or...
So actually, MMO rules, you're not technically inside yet. So you are in the instance, but you are not automatically thrown off your map.
Gotcha. Oh my god. We totally went into a Dungeon Finder portal. And
pretty much.
Paravex.
And you found Paravex.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I don't know what any of that means.
I'm just gonna smile.
And once again, Jimmy's out of the loop. One day. Okay, so the three of you pass through the gates, and you find three roads that wind through the hodgepodge of ruined buildings within this necropolis. Everyone go ahead and give me perception checks.
Just a 13.
14.
19.
Great. So the three of you see this. An east road that follows the perimeter wall of this city. There are buildings of various sizes, and eventually this road in the distance is obscured by haze. You see a west road leading to the left, where in the far distance, Klyx, you would be able to make out mountains peering above the far landscape, likely the same Katachthon mountains that you encountered in Season 1. Finally, the three of you see a north road going straight towards the center, where you see plazas of ruined statues and dead gardens lining this path, and similarly, in the distance, it becomes obscured by haze. Though again, Klyx, in the far distance of this central path, you can see faint shimmers of blue light piercing through that haze.
Can I roll Arcana or Religion on the blue light, just to see if I can glean what its nature is?
Yeah, either one.
Both are trash. That's a 13.
Okay. Just generally speaking, you've seen a lot of lights similar to this when dealing with places that are attributed to Phenax.
Okay. So Klyx scans these areas. There's a throughway in the middle. It looks to be a little bit denser, but I think if there's anything to learn, any knowledge to glean, it's down that path.
So, straight then?
Once upon a time, I preferred left in these situations, but something's telling me straight ahead.
Well, heroes of Akros, I follow your discretion.
No party objections, I'll start heading north.
Okay, so with Klyx in the lead, you head down the northern road. You can see these ruined plazas and gardens along the way, and after a time, the buildings become denser and denser around you as this road continues on, as well as the haze. Everyone, give me another perception check. This is going to be with disadvantage as the area becomes heavily obscured, but Klyx can roll flat because you noticed the lights the first time.
In that case, then it's a 14.
8.
That's a 3.
Very cool. After a while, Klyx, you begin to notice that these lights don't look like they're getting any closer. And some of these statues begin to look familiar, as if you've passed them before, even just on this short trek.
Okay. Klyx will notice this weird spatial issue, the light never getting closer. Gron, wait a moment. You two. The path ahead is obscuring itself intentionally. And then, closing his eyes, Klyx will just say, I need your gift. Yet again. Please, give me some knowledge of this. And I'd like to use my divine gift to cast Detect Magic.
Great.
As Klyx kneels down in this request to the God of Horizons, you see those white speckles on his robe just shimmer very faintly.
Very cool. So Klyx, as you look up from this pose, you can see that all of the haze that has surrounded your party begins to glow with a dull hue. And you can sense that this is giving off powerful conjuration magic.
There's conjuration magic ahead. Someone is probably toying with us. You look inclined, looking to Paravex. Any thoughts as to what this could be?
Can I roll Arcana with that information?
You sure can.
I mostly say it because Scala knows spells way more than I do.
That's only an 11.
From what you've heard of Atris, you know them to be a powerful mage. Powerful conjuration spells could very well be within their repertoire. Above that, you can't really say what this is. It doesn't appear to be directly hostile to you, but you can only say that based off of what you've encountered so far. And I am trying to pick my wording very carefully.
I could attempt to remove this enchantment, but I do not know if my magic will be able to contend with this.
But do you sense danger ahead?
There is danger all around us. This is a dead, forsaken place. What would you have me do?
Yeah, Klyx. What would you have us do?
You see Klyx still scanning the area. He just shakes it off. Nothing. There's no use in wasting resources. Let's just keep a low profile. Use the haze to our advantage. I'd like to continue on, and I'll try and roll stealth.
All right, go ahead and roll stealth as you continue on.
It's 29.
Excellent.
It's stupid. It's dumb.
Gron and Paravex, you see Klyx disappear into the haze ahead of you.
Klyx?
Gron and Paravex, would you like to roll stealth also?
I certainly can try.
I guess.
Okay, a 12.
It's a nat 1.
Cool.
You're just in character. That's all it is. It's fine.
Total of 3. Click-clacking along with my hooves.
Right. The three of you proceed. Klyx, you manage to get pretty far ahead. You can still see the rest of your party behind you, and for a moment you do see the lights begin to get closer again. But just as you see this, from behind you, the haze begins to become a thick cloud, and you see it first envelop Gron, and then Paravex, and then finally you. And on those collective rolls, all three of you are enveloped one by one in this thick haze, and suddenly find yourselves back at the gates.
One of these fucking dungeons. Great. Cool.
One of these fucking dungeons. Great.
Yeah, I hate these ones.
You'll have to try better than that. I was so hoping for a more entertaining second act.
The three of you hear this voice over the haze as it disperses again.
Fuck this voice. I tried to play that as if it could have been me or Klyx saying it, because we both feel that way.
All right. Should we just try another path then?
I think we know the outcome, but let's let him get his kicks off one more time. Let's just try whatever. The left path.
Okay. You begin trekking down this left road, the western road, towards the mountains which rise in the far distance, and the ruins of buildings are not as crowded in this direction. It seems to keep more of the outskirts aesthetic. Go ahead, everyone, and give me another perception check.
11.
12.
7.
Okay, so Gron and Paravex, you notice that the haze does not thicken like it did in the center road. And after a little while, the two of you can begin to hear murmuring of a voice coming from a small dwelling on the side of this path up ahead.
No, please.
You cannot make out what they are saying as of yet, but you can hear someone.
Yeah, I hear a voice.
Yeah.
Be on your guard. There is nothing here that lives.
Except for us.
All right. Gron's on his guard. Gonna get the Blood Axe of Fury ready and walk towards, not looking for this voice, but ready for whatever this is, expecting an encounter.
All right, you approach, and you come to a small, very modest dwelling. Its roof partially collapsed, the sandstone walls almost sheared off over years of erosion. And who is going first as you approach the entrance to this dwelling?
I'll go.
All right, Gron, you peer in, and you can immediately see a figure cowering in the corner of this single-chamber dwelling, partially obscured behind ruins of furniture, but very easy to see. You see an eidolon. This is something that everybody would be able to know what they are. You see a semi-corporeal soul, the half-living, half-ghost-like form of someone who has died and themselves been split in half in taking the way of Phenax to become a returned. And this is what remains of their memories and mortal self after their body rises with the all too familiar golden mask.
And you said seeing something like this, we recognize this as common knowledge?
All Therans would know about eidolons. You have no idea who this is, but you know that it is an eidolon. And go ahead and give me a perception check, Gron, as you see this figure in the corner.
16.
Okay. You can tell that this is a Leonin eidolon, this ghostly figure, somewhat gaunt, perhaps a youth in their life, with just a tuft of a mane in their ghostly form, and tattered robes with what was probably a hand-me-down breastplate.
Hark.
Who's there?
The figure, frightened, turns to you.
Gron's gonna ignore that question and just say, what brings you here?
I'm here. I shouldn't be here. You shouldn't be here.
Without saying anything, Klyx will look over to Paravex and motion towards his own daggers as if to say, be ready.
Paravex gives a solemn nod.
Come out.
I can't. I'm trapped. You should leave. I don't know what you want. You can't be here. I shouldn't be here. You can't be here.
I'm going to turn back to the others. Should we just leave it here?
Let's stay measured about this. It's either a trap, in which case we're best to avoid it, or it's real, in which case it's not our problem.
Still, it may have knowledge that would be useful to us. Spirit, tell me what binds you here.
You call out to this Eidolon, and go ahead and give me a persuasion check.
Gladly. That's a 21.
I was going to find a way to offer the help action, but I am no longer going to bother.
Very cool.
There was a battle. I was cowardly. I tried to hide, and now I'm trapped. There's a monster, a demon. I used to sleep. I used to dream. I can't. I shouldn't. You shouldn't.
I see.
If you would like to roll insight, or if you were going to ask to roll insight, you may.
I'm bad at it, but I will still roll it because Paravex don't trust this. That's a 16 insight.
Okay. At the mention of dreams, I will say a 16 is going to be enough to give Paravex a little bit of an inkling of familiarity here. Paravex would have definitely experienced something worth being afraid of, having to do with dreams before. And I'll just leave the rest up to you to choose to elaborate on or not.
Yep.
Ah, poor soul. You were deceived. Do you know how you can be freed from this curse?
You want to free me?
The Eidolon slowly rises, and they reach out towards you from across the chamber.
Please, free me. Take me with you, anything. We shouldn't be here.
I look to the others.
Do you trust this spirit? To me, it seems honest.
Spirit, do you think you're deserving of sympathy?
I was a coward. I shouldn't be here.
All right. I turn to Paravex. What does freeing it entail?
I do not know for certain. This whole place is cursed.
You see they take their arm in one hand.
What are you doing here? Why did you come here? Cursed. We're all cursed.
Not looking at the spirit, but looking instead at Paravex. Well, it's no secret. We came to kill Atris. Would that free you?
Oracle of... The god of deception.
Stop stuttering. We know.
The monster. The demon. It sent me to Agnes. Phenax pulled me out. I did not want to be there. I was so scared. I was a coward. You want to get to the temple! The temple!
He becomes a bit more erratic now that you've mentioned Atris. And he points. And the three of you give me either an insight or perception check when he points.
It's got fucking Smeagol and Sopo vibes all over it, just saying.
It's the same 5 both ways.
13.
Oh, it's a nat 20.
Shit.
Nice.
On a nat 20, it's Sopo.
No. On a nat 20, you can tell he's pointing directly towards where Klyx would know logistically those blue flame lights to be coming from, down the central road.
I remember the way.
I don't need to show you where my knives are, but you know they're there, right?
You can roll intimidation if you'd like.
I think I will, in the hopes that maybe if this person is up to ill intent, it staves that off a bit longer.
Okay.
The effects of which we may never know, but that's okay. I rolled a total of 25.
Okay.
I'm rolling hot on skill checks. I hope we don't get into a combat because they're going to be bad.
Okay.
Give Klyx a look, like, what?
This Eidolon jolts back into the corner and cowers back down. And Klyx, I'll roll this right into that check because that was so high. You can see that there is a bit of a tell on this spirit's face. Still pointing, they take their other arm and they point down towards the road that you're currently on.
Continue down this road. It doubles back. It will lead you to the temple.
How about you lead us to the temple? Here? I'm gonna reach out and try to touch this person.
Okay.
Gonna try to pull him out the door.
So you go out to grab them.
Yeah.
And they lurch back. And so I'm going to make this a contested grapple check.
Okay.
They're corporeal enough to interact with them.
Is this just strength or is it athletics?
Athletics.
That's only a 19.
Only?
They only got a 16. So you are able to grab them as they lurch back. And what would you like to do?
I'm gonna pull them as if to say, no, you're coming with us.
Okay, great. You begin pulling them out of the entrance to this building.
No, please, don't. I'm trapped.
And as soon as their arm meets the threshold of this entrance, you begin to see their corporeal form tear off of their body, leaving just an incorporeal form, a see-through outline of their arm.
No, please stop!
All right, I'd let go.
Well, that part's truthful. Small wonder in the domain of Phenax.
Come, let us follow the way it pointed. The two of you would be wise to consider your fears. That creature, pitiful thing, was one of the many victims of the fall of this polis. A civilization conquered by fear.
Who's afraid? I'm not afraid. Let's go.
Yeah, this is really a non-issue for us.
Or were you saying I should be afraid?
No, I'm saying consider your fears and be prepared to face them.
I see.
Yeah.
I guess Gron didn't get the meaning there. Gron's just gonna trudge on.
Gron trudges on. Paravex, Reilly, you can hear Pumice with a growl say, I don't trust ghosts. And the three of you continue down this western road. Let's have one more round of perception checks.
We're still
Nice.
cooking on 5.
Jesus.
Paravex has no wisdom. Why do you think they're at a fucking necropolis looking for a way into the underworld?
Out of curiosity, because we went into that building, is your mount hanging out with us? Because I'm assuming you dismounted to go in the building.
Yes.
Okay.
But I get back on it once we're walking through the streets again.
Your mount doesn't vanish when you leave. They're a physical entity.
Yes.
Is Paravex the only one that can hear Pumice?
Nope, all three of you can definitely hear
Great.
this
I
literal
love that.
lion talking.
I love that. I love
Nice.
that.
Very cool.
I rolled a 19 on the perception.
Great.
Ha! I got a 22.
Hell yeah. So Gron spots this first, and actually this is a pretty high DC, so Gron's the only one who sees this.
Fuck.
The haze begins to thicken, but unlike the central path, Gron, you notice a very distinct, putrid, green coloration to this haze, and your danger sense immediately pings.
Stop.
Klyx stops, if it's worth noting.
Do I smell anything?
On that roll, absolutely. This is a strong, noxious fog that you have just narrowly walked into. In fact, it's almost like when you see two liquids that can't mix, there's a clear barrier between the regular haze that you have been walking through and this cloud.
Might be poison.
You say that,
Yes.
and this cloud, as though living, lurches out at you. I'm going to have everybody roll initiative.
There we go. Hey, so the rolls are still good.
21.
It's 23.
Oh.
Oh, I'm sorry. I actually don't want to go first because I don't really know what to do.
4.
And the living cloud kill got an 8.
Ooh.
Klyx, you see this mass, this green fog, this seemingly sentient cloud lurch out towards the three of you, but you are able to get the jump on it. What do you do?
May I roll at first just a perception? I'd like to specifically know if the poisonous smog itself is all contained within this foe, or if there is still a layer behind them. Is this a pretty safe, free-roaming battlefield, or are there spots where I have to avoid?
Got it. Go ahead and roll perception.
This is like my 6th 19 on the dice of the night. 19.
Wow. You can pretty clearly see through it, even though it is quite dense. And this is basically occupying the entire road's width between the various ruined buildings that are here.
Okay.
So you would be able to get into very small side paths, but that's about it.
Beautiful. Bonus action, hide into one of those motherfucks. Let's go.
Okay.
24 on the stealth.
Awesome. You are hidden.
And as I do that, I'll use my action to actually strike out at this smog, which I presume will have some resistance, but it's all we got as a rogue, so I'm going to go for it.
Go ahead and make your attack.
Oh, it's with advantage. Thank goodness. 16 to hit. Both those rolls were not phenomenal.
16 will still hit.
Okay. And that is 22 slashing damage.
Okay, and what weapon is this with?
It was with my short sword.
The sword slashes through this cloud, and it does appear to be resistant.
Well, Klyx seeing this will just say, useless weapon, and draw out his dagger for the remainder of the combat.
Great, and we're on to Gron.
All right. I mean, I'm going to enter my rage.
Hell yeah.
And, reflex kicks in, my eyes glow red, and a lightning bolt shoots out of me. Maybe this lightning bolt is red.
Fucking cool. And this is a dex save?
Yes, Cloud needs to make a dex save.
Okay. That's a 15?
It is 15. Yeah, it saves.
Okay. On that, you do see that this living cloud, it doesn't seem like it dodges out of the way. It's a fucking cloud. But you can see it be absorbed somewhat, as it seems to have some sort of magical resistance.
Okay, so it takes 1 lightning damage, and I'm gonna hit it with the Blood Axe of Fury.
Yes, you are.
And I am gonna hit it because that is a 25 to hit.
Jesus. Nice.
Wow.
And it's a 12 on the D12.
Nice.
20 slashing damage, and 1 necrotic.
All right. Not resistant to those. Hell yeah.
Right, magical slashing. And gonna do it again.
Nice.
Those are pretty low rolls, but 15 hits.
15 just hits.
Okay. And that's a much lower roll. That's only 10 slashing damage.
Okay.
Yeah, just gonna kind of stay generally in this area. Close-ish to Klyx, if possible.
All right. Easy enough to do. And we go on to the Cloud Kill's turn. You can see it pulses, and the putrid green becomes a deeper and deeper shade, and it casts Cloud Kill. It doesn't really do that, but it uses its spell mimicry, and you can see this begin spreading out from its form around corners, covering the entire vicinity. And as this reads, nothing immediately happens, but as we go right on to Paravex, I'm going to need you to immediately make a con save.
That's going to be an unnatural 20.
Okay, you are able to resist this, but you are still going to take half damage here. You take 12 poison damage.
Ouch. And this is my turn. Let's have Pumice make a claw attack.
Yeah, there it is.
Why not? Does she need to make a con save?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. Ooh. Oh no, that's only a 9.
So that would fail, and that is a full 24. Wow.
So actually, Pumice goes away.
Oh no.
Oh no.
As you see the form of your divine steed fade, you hear her say,
I knew we shouldn't have trusted that spirits.
Okay.
Begone, foul haze.
Oh, okay. Does a 13 hit?
13 will miss.
Okay. Does a 20-something, 26
Yeah. Yes.
hit?
I love how after 20, we're like, we don't really need to count. Let's just confirm
Yeah.
over 20 does it.
Okay, so one of my attacks hits. That's going to be 13 magical slashing damage.
Nice.
Packed weapon. And, you know what? I'm going to add a smite to this. And why not? I'll use a warlock spell slot, so this will be 4d8 radiant on top of that.
Jesus.
So that's another 22 radiant damage.
Why don't you go ahead and tell us what Paravex's Divine Smite looks like?
Yeah, so through this putrid haze, you see the outline of Paravex's crescent blade ignite with this black flame that is tinged with wisps of dull gold and gray as it erupts in radiant energy in the midst of this cloud.
Awesome. You see most of the form of this living spell has been deteriorated, but it is hanging on by a thread after that powerful blow.
With my foot speed of 30, I'm guessing I can't make it out of this cloud?
You would just be able to get outside of it.
Okay, so I move out of the cloud kill, and that's all I'll do.
Okay. As we go back to the top, that's Klyx.
Do I need to make a con save?
Yes, you do. Please make a con save.
Okay. That is a 16?
That ties. Tie goes to the...
Defender.
Yes. That ties, you're gonna save.
You see Klyx shimmy up this narrow alleyway that he's in to try and avoid the smog getting directly into his mouth, but it does still touch some of his body.
Yep. This this is a much lower roll. What the fuck? You take 8 poison damage. Cool. And now it's your turn.
Okay, Klyx hops back down to the ground from that vaulted position to get away from the smog, and is gonna, still hidden, I presume, right? I don't need to re-roll that at the beginning of the turn, do I?
Well, you came out of hiding when you attacked.
Oh yeah, to attack. Okay, bonus action, the same shit.
You got it.
See, I didn't know this because I never used this part of my kit all first season, so learning. That is a 19 total this time.
Okay. You are hidden.
So good. All right, this time I'm going to attack with the actual magical weapon that I have.
Cool.
That is a total of 16.
That'll hit. Just hits.
Okay, well, the sneak attack fucking came in clutch because it was a 1 on the D4 for a total of 24 magical slashing damage.
Okay.
As I stick Fate Weaver's needle into this smog.
Klyx, go ahead and paint a picture.
So Klyx hops down from that elevated position to avoid the poison, saunters back into the shadows. This one will strike true. And flips his dagger in his hand and just gets it to the hilt, holding it, and just lunges out from the shadow with only the dagger in his dominant hand and just runs it through this smog, vaulting into the middle of the street as the smog dissipates around him.
Yeah, and it almost shears away at the force of this weapon.
Nice.
And disperses and is gone. And you are left in this empty street with haze in the periphery.
Forgive me.
For what?
I was not speaking to you.
All right.
Was it your cat?
Yeah, Gron and Klyx, you would have seen the lion disappear. It isn't like it's lying on the ground anywhere. It is gone.
Does it come back on a long rest, or?
Yeah, like mechanically, how does this work?
Given time, I can call her again. But she was a gift, and I do not wish to treat her ill.
Understood. All right. Onward.
Worst of it may not be over, but some of it is.
The three of you continue on this western path. Go ahead and roll survival.
5. Tonight's Paravex brought to you by the number 5.
12.
4.
Amazing.
Cool. This is back-to-back encounters.
You begin to see the haze begin to thicken once more, and in a similar fashion, you try and maintain your trajectory down this road, but you are enveloped and wind up back at the gates.
So it's a DC check. We just got to keep doing this until we roll high enough and then move on.
That is not what is happening here.
The third path?
Are either of you injured?
No.
We run into another cloud monster, then maybe, but let's save what we have for now.
As you say, if you wish to proceed, we shall proceed. Shall we attempt the eastern path at last?
It's the haziest of all. Leave it to the god of deception to give us the haziest path as the way forward. Worth trying.
Let's go.
All right.
We go.
You take this eastern road as it follows the outer wall, and you see all of these buildings in ruins, but eventually in the distance you do see something stand out. Everybody go ahead and give me a perception check.
Oh, that's a 2.
19.
13.
Gron, ahead of you, you can recognize a sort of ruined barracks. You see different rows of buildings and what looks like may have been an open forge at one point. And in the center of this scene, as you approach, you can see an enormous pile of burned banners.
Can I make out any kind of symbols, anything about them?
So, Gron, go ahead and give me a history or insight check. And if you point them out, Klyx and Paravex can do that as well.
What's all that over there? 12.
Okay.
Funny you should ask.
Nope.
Man, these checks for Paravex.
Yep, that was back-to-back 2s on this. This warlock die for my warlock is really not working out.
Uh-oh.
Wait a minute. This may have been something from the tome. As I roll a dirty 20 on history.
Okay. Gron, you rolled high enough to at least recognize that these are banners belonging to Leonin. The iconography does not look attached to gods or the various major polises. Klyx, you would recognize these to be allegiance banners. These would be hung in Leonin cities, showing the allegiance between the various tribes and cities that dwell around Oreskos and the Ferries grasslands. And in fact, Klyx, you would actually recognize one of them as being Miaska's banner.
Yeah, it's not just the tome, it's also from my younger years. These banners, this one in particular, belongs to my hometown. A shithole not worth mentioning. More people like me, who I used to be.
What's it doing here?
Hey, DM.
Uh-huh.
Player Geppi is starting to get the suspicion that a lot of this is targeted at him as perhaps a punishment for some for something
what?
that may have
Punishment
happened
for what?
in our penultimate episode of last season.
What are you talking about?
Between the Leonin and the Coward and these banners, if I can roll really insight, I guess, on all that, Klyx wants to just take a long think about it and see if there's any validity to it. If there's anything he can think of that would give him an indication that that's more than just paranoia.
Sure. You can go ahead and roll insight if you want to do that now.
It's a 17 nomad.
Okay. You don't really have much to go on just from the banners, but they are burned. So you definitely think something bad went down. On a 17, maybe there was some sort of allegiance. Something went wrong here.
Okay. So when Gron asks,
What's it doing here?
my people aren't one to devote themselves to gods, even Phenax, but that tells me either someone caused trouble here, or this is a message.
From Phenax?
Or Atris. There's a possibility this is all meant to get in our head. Let's take a little look around and move on. I guess I'd like to start looking around the rest of this camp scene beyond just the banners.
Great. Go ahead and give me perception or investigation. That can be anyone.
I will be investigation.
Mine was only a 14.
Oh, we're getting better. That's a 7.
Oh, no.
Mine was a 19.
Great. So between Gron and Klyx, you actually find a few things scattered among this scene. Gron, as you poke about, you are able to find a couple of items that appear to be magical because they are just about the only things here not completely ruined. You find a healing potion.
Ooh.
At this point, fairly familiar to Gron. This is a greater healing potion.
Ooh. Greater.
And on that roll, you find one more thing. An odd-looking urn with green and black bands. And you look inside the narrow opening, and trapped within it appears to be very similar gas to the living cloud kill that you just encountered.
Gron is skeptical of urns because of what has happened in the past.
It's very fair.
Fair enough.
Gron flashes back to the Pixis.
That's weird. I guess Gron's feeling fearless, so he's going to reach out and touch it.
Okay.
Just a light tap.
Yeah.
Does anything happen?
Nothing happens.
All right, I'm taking it with me.
Okay. Klyx, you see Gron find these things, but you find something else. You find a stash of partially burned correspondences. You sift through these scrolls, and the first handful are written in Leonin. And it appears to be messages back and forth from the elder of the tribe in Iretis to the Sun King of Oreskos. And it says, "Whispers of a coming attack against Iretis. Please send aid." And then the next one you find is the response in very ornate hand and says, "The sun's mirror has heard the same. We must defend ourselves." And then lastly, in very erratic scrawling, you see a scroll that reads, "The dream demon whispers in our mind. A coming attack. A scourge. We must prepare. We have called for aid. None came." This trails off as though there is more to this scroll, but you have not yet found it.
Okay.
I found this weird pot. What'd you find?
I don't know why that's funny to me, but there's some correspondence. If this isn't all an illusion from the Oracle of Phenax, then my people were left to fend for themselves, and this is the result. Not that I'd expect much else from Oreskos. That might be the most believable thing about this place. He crumbles up the letter and puts it in his robe, just in case he needs it for later.
Okay.
But will it help us find Atris?
The message is plain. On that investigation, there was nothing strange about it itself. No cipher or anything crazy like that. Just a letter of correspondence.
Klyx, if you'd like to re-roll your previous insight check, you can go ahead and do that now.
Okay. 4.
Other than being able to piece together that perhaps these banners were burned as a sign of betrayal, you can't get much else.
There's more to the letter, but nothing that can help us get to Atris. Just paints a picture of my people.
Are you curious about the history of this place?
Curious about the history of all places. But make no mistake, my curiosity is born of a devotion to the God of Horizons. Not because I'm a Leonin.
I see I had you pegged wrong. A godly Leonin! Will wonders never cease?
And what do you know?
Here in Iretis, the humans that came transgressed upon ancestral ground of Leonin. Conflict arose, and though it seemed things would come to war, the humans and Leonin managed to negotiate for a summit for the purpose of peace. And yet, all those who came to the summit were taken by fear, and so it came to nothing, and war became inevitable. Thus was born the ruin we stand in now.
Well, in spite of your cackling at me at my expense, it was very helpful and illuminating. Thank you.
Klyx is perhaps the god most closely aligned with the philosophy of my mentor. For Euripides once said that knowledge is the only virtue and ignorance the only vice.
Well, leave it to a former iconoclast to follow him then. Klyx will give you a wink.
Paravex scowls at that.
Let us move on.
All right. The three of you continue down this path, and although the haze still lingers, you find yourselves turning a corner and another as you follow this main road, and you see that slowly it transitions into what you would recognize as the same path as the center one, where there are ruined statues and decaying gardens, but in the distance now all three of you can see these dull blue lights.
I'm going to make an investigation check this time to closely scan around maybe the statues for really anything of note, but if there's one thing I'd be looking for in particular to clock, it would just be loose scraps of paper that may be remaining correspondence.
Okay, go for it.
It's only an 11.
Along this path, you do not find much. Occasionally, you find a label that is remaining on some of these statues, and they all appear to be of fierce Leonin warriors. And even on that roll, notably, there is an absence of iconography and statues of gods themselves.
In that case, I will keep walking as long as the party doesn't stop.
Okay, the three of you keep walking, and you eventually arrive at the stairs to a large temple, which looms ahead of you. The approach is lined with tall pillars, alight with blue flames at the top, and crowded gray columns line the interior of each of the many tiers of this structure. Far distance above, you can see a grove of mournful cypress trees. You see these stairs in front of you. What do?
I'm going up the stairs.
Wait.
I put my foot back down.
Perhaps we should gather our strength before we face whatever is in that temple.
All right. I mean, my strength is pretty gathered already, but if you need a break here, that's fine.
I mean, yeah.
My power is limited, but it is quick to return to me.
All right, Gron's just going to stand watch, axe in hand, as presumably we can take a short rest here.
You can attempt to take a short rest here.
I mean, I'm fine, but it doesn't hurt to take a moment and sit down and just sharpen his blades while resting a little bit, and I'll roll some hit die if nothing happens. I'll do a short rest.
Okay. Gron, go ahead and roll me perception.
Okay, here it is.
All right. It's only 11.
Okay. Out of the corner of your eye, Gron, you can see just a flash of a figure down the path that you came, faintly glowing with a ghostly aura, and that's all. But you get a short rest in.
Okay.
Great.
As part of this short rest, I'm going to use my Archon's gift and resummon Pumice.
Absolutely.
And I will also roll some of my hit dice. And we'll do one more. Yeah, so I'm back at full.
Fuck yeah, I rolled hot.
I get all my 3rd level spell slots back.
Dang. Nice.
And I have my cat again. So,
Whoa, Warlock.
whoa,
Nice.
Warlock. We like us a short rest, us Warlocks.
I have my cat again is the most important part.
Hell yeah.
All right.
After this, Klyx gets up and does a little stretch. Not enough time to make biscuits, but definitely enough time to feel a lot better. Looking good.
Gron takes one more look back in the direction where he saw that ghostly figure.
I'll give you one more perception check.
It's a nat 1 that time. Gron's going to turn around and walk up the stairs.
Okay. You begin walking up the stairs. Do the rest of you follow?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. You begin walking up, and in the distance, you can see a large set of marble stone doors. But you get about halfway up this 100 or so foot staircase, and I'm going to need the 3 of you to make dexterity saving throws.
All right.
Okay.
Pumice as well.
Okay. Well, mine was trash. I got a 7, Pumice got a 13.
And I got an 18.
Should I roll this with advantage?
Yes.
Not bad. 15.
Okay, as you all proceed up these stairs, you see 2 of the columns that have been lining this large stairway give way and collapse inward suddenly, and Paravex and Pumice are both going to take 11 damage as a result.
Pumice takes half because of mounted combatant.
As you try and quickly dodge out of the way of these large columns.
Look out.
Yes, tell me after I have been bludgeoned.
Klyx, as the party rogue, would you please make a insight check?
It's a good thing you left it to me. I'm very bad at those. That was a 10.
I'll give it to you on a 10.
Okay.
This place is probably hella trapped.
Cool. Got it. Well, you should look out for yourself, but that being said, that's the first of many in a place like this. Be on alert.
I have a perception modifier of 0. The dice will tell me how alert I am.
The comment stands.
Gron's going to slap Klyx on the back. All right, you lead then.
My pleasure. All right, I'll perception check this shit, see what we got for options.
Okay.
Is it east, west, north again? 9. I know what east, west, and north are.
The only thing you see in front of you is this large door. Though, as you approach, you can see that it is a dull gray, but it seems to have veins of black running through it.
Okay.
If anybody would like to give me an Arcana or Insight check.
It's an 18 Arcana.
5.
I don't know that Gron would even try this. It's a flat 13.
Okay. Gron, there's probably something going on with this door. It looks really ornate. Paravex, it is definitely magical, and you sense that there is a inscription hidden on this door.
Can I make it out, or will I have to get closer?
Yeah, you'd have to get closer.
Something is marked on the door, but I cannot make out the words from here.
Shall we get a little closer?
After you.
I'll go first. If something springs, it's more likely I can get away. I'll go step up to the door and see what happens, and if nothing happens, then maybe reach my hand out to it and try that roll again.
Right. You go up to the door, and nothing happens.
Klyx will reach out towards the inscription and start to very lightly touch it, and maybe I'll attempt that roll again.
Okay.
If nothing happens.
Nothing immediately happens. Go ahead and roll.
It is an 18 this time.
Okay.
Nice.
You can definitely tell that there is something here just below the surface of this very smooth marble door, but it appears to be hidden at the moment.
All right, Gron time.
The trap will spring. It's going to be on the other side of this. I think we're safe to at least open this. Looking to Gron.
I look at Klyx skeptically. That doesn't make sense to Gron, but all right.
Just going off the description Andy gave me, nothing at the surface of this door. That's what I'm taking from that.
Before we go in, I'm going to cast Protection from Evil and Good,
That seems like a really good use of that spell.
using my Enlightened Protection from my Iconoclast gift And because of the way Find Steed works, that also extends to Pumice.
Nice.
And Paravex mumbles something under their breath, and a flash of a shadowy black aura pulses around them and then dims.
All right. So what's with this door? Is it got, like, handles?
It is a completely bare surface, though you can see that there is a seam in the middle. It appears to be a large set of double doors.
All right, I'm going to push.
Okay. Gron, I need you to make a Constitution save.
All right. 23.
Okay, that will definitely pass. You can feel a tremendous necrotic force trying to eat as you force this door open, but you pass. Ooh. You take no damage on a save. Go ahead and roll an athletics check.
Dirty 20.
On a dirty 20, you manage to budge this door, but it does not open.
All right. What do I have to do to try it again?
Make another con save.
Okay. All right. There's a trick to this. Let me try this again. I'm going to back up, spit in my hands, and rub it.
Yes.
All right. That's a dirty 20 con save.
Okay. That will fail. You take 16 necrotic damage. You can make your athletics check.
All right. It's only a 19.
Does not move. If the three of you would like to roll Insight or Arcana again, you may do so, as you see Gron injured.
Yeah, we'll roll the same rolls repeatedly. It's a 17.
I'm going to use my Eldritch Sight that just allows me to cast Detect Magic whenever to see if I can get a better idea of what's going on here.
There you go.
And accompanying that is the same 18 Arcana.
Okay, let me pull this up because Detect Magic is schools.
Wonder if it's necromancy.
I think Gron would try again while this is happening.
Okay.
How much fucking health do you have to burn through?
D12 hit dice. He's got a lot.
I do have a lot.
Paravex, you immediately sense powerful necrotic magic, but also slightly less powerful abjuration. As you cast Detect Magic, you see the inscription that was once hidden reveal itself.
What does it say?
In Celestial, it reads, "What is greater than gods, more evil than devils? What does man love more than life, and fear more than death or strife?"
Newspapers, I love this riddle.
That is what is black and white and red all over, you fool. No.
Not canon.
But if that's what Klyx said, that's probably what Paravex would say.
I am actually going to try again to push this door.
Okay.
Yeah, that's only a 14 on the con save.
Fails.
The rolls are getting worse.
Let me roll these 4d10 again.
4d10. All right.
Not as bad. You take 14 necrotic damage.
Ooh. Yeah, that's actually worse again. It's 18.
All right.
Those are two shitty rolls.
Remind me the riddle again. Greater than gods, more evil than devils.
What does man love more than life, and fear more than death or strife?
Is it the truth?
A dull, deep thud as the door opens.
Very nice.
How? Whatever.
It makes sense. After all, look who brought us here.
The doors open, and you see a dark chamber with rows and rows of shelves containing scrolls and small glass spheres and other trinkets. And in the far distance of this chamber, you see an archway with another set of stairs.
Gron's going to start walking towards the archway.
Klyx would do the same, but hug the walls to just, not arduously, but quickly scan some of these vials and trinkets and whatever else is along the sides.
Okay. What does Paravex do?
Paravex follows Klyx along slowly.
Okay.
Thief's gonna thief. What do we got?
So, as the three of you move away from the door, you watch as it slowly closes behind you. And now, Paravex and Klyx can go ahead and give me investigation checks.
12.
Nice. It's 22.
Amazing. So, Paravex and Klyx, you each notice something, and then Klyx, you'll notice something else too. These all have... Oh, man. As I'm saying this, I'm like, this is just the fucking Department of Mysteries from Harry Potter. But... You see small tags on a lot of these scrolls that appear to have names on them. Paravex, none of them are names that you recognize. As you proceed along this wall, you get farther and farther away from both seeming ways in and out of this chamber until you come to a section that is seemingly much older than the rest against this wall, buried back behind several shelves that you've now wandered behind. And Klyx, one of these labels is very violently scratched off of an otherwise unassuming small scroll. But Klyx, on your roll, you also notice behind the shelf that scroll is on is a seam in the wall.
Gron, wait. The way forward may not be
Forward.
exactly. I'm gonna press against this small opening in the wall and just see if it's a door or if anything reacts at all.
So the shelf is directly up against the wall.
Oh, okay.
There's like a big shelf full of stuff, and you can see behind it there's this...
Got it. Okay. Before we go ahead, can you help me with this? You're good at this sort of thing. And I'll just motion to the shelf and start to pull at it.
Sure thing.
Okay. The two of you can give me athletics checks. Or Klyx, if you want to give Gron the help action.
That one.
I was gonna
We're going
say.
to do that one.
Yeah.
Gron, roll me athletics with advantage.
Sure thing. That is a 26.
Insane. Very good.
Wish I did that to the door.
You easily move this shelf out of the way, but I'm going to need one of the two of you to roll me a luck check. Just a flat D20.
You're rolling hot tonight, Geppi.
Am I?
Uh-oh.
It's a fucking 3.
Nice.
I have a fucking battalion of 19s and 20s behind me tonight, and it's a 3.
You know how I just said this is just like the Department of Mysteries?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
As the two of you are moving this large shelf, one of the small glass globes is tipped off the side and smashes on the ground.
Oops.
And you see a small poof of gas. And then suddenly another. And then suddenly one from a shelf that you didn't even touch. And another, and two at a time, and now a handful at a time. You have moved the shelf out of the way, but you have begun an avalanche of prophecies.
What the fuck?
What do you do?
We should leave.
Yeah, we don't need any more evil poofs attacking us.
This is not a combat, but for the sake of this encounter, I'll have everybody re-roll initiative.
15.
10.
13.
Okay, the three of you can see that this avalanche of objects has started, and before it can begin to overwhelm you, Paravex, you are up first. What would you like to do?
So behind this bookshelf that they've moved, does there appear to be a path of any kind?
You can see a seam on the stone wall.
All right, we'll try and push on it.
Okay, go ahead and roll athletics.
Let's Scooby-Doo it up. Can Pumice give me the help action?
Sure.
Okay. Awesome. We flipped our 6 into a 9, so that's a 13.
Okay. You push and push against this stone, and it barely budges an inch, but that's all.
But it does budge.
It does, yeah.
Okay.
Quickly!
That is Klyx.
I can't foresee doing anything other than that for every turn until we're the fuck out of this room. I'll look to Gron. Let's hope this gets us through on 3. And I'll hold my action to give Gron the help action and just push with him.
And Gron, you see this closing in around you. It looks like it's about to overwhelm your party, and it is your turn.
All right. 1, 2, 3. Push. That's a nat 20 plus
Yes!
8.
Fucking got it. Amazing. Gron, with Klyx aiding you, you are able to wrench this wall apart, and you find the hidden passage in front of you.
Nice.
I give Klyx a sharp nod. Let's go.
So, Gron, you are through, and the passage is clear. The three of you can now make it through with enough room to avoid this approaching avalanche. We exit initiative, and you see the hidden passage in front of you.
Let's keep moving.
Is there light in this passageway?
It is now completely dark as this pile of stuff rams into the entryway, seemingly barring your way back.
I'm going to cast light on my shield.
Okay, you all see Paravex light their shield, and you see a narrow passageway in front of you.
Onward.
Okay. It doesn't take long before you reach the end of it. Through this passageway, there are a set of stairs that ascend to an open entryway. And as you climb these stairs, you can see a small indoor auditorium where you are approaching from a side passage, as if walking into a box seat. And you see a small stage, small auditorium benches, and a few boxes on these somewhat high walls for an otherwise small interior space. Everybody go ahead and roll me perception.
13.
That's an 8.
Everyone can hear faint whispering coming from seemingly all directions in this space. Klyx and Gron, you hear mutterings of various lines, dialogues, almost like there are monologues or drama scenes being spoken and whispered in this space, but you don't see any figures reciting them. But you do see, to the side of this small box that you're in, a set of stairs that lead down and curve towards the stage.
Enough of this. Show yourself.
You call out, and you do not hear or see any change.
All right. Let's walk right into this trap, then.
We've walked into much worse, friend.
Gron actually cracks a smile at that. Yeah, you're right. I start going down the stairs.
I follow.
Nice. You walk down these stairs to a side entrance onto this small stage, and you still don't really notice any change in these mutterings and whispers. If anyone would like to roll Insight or Arcana, as you've now reached the center of this room.
8.
That's a 10.
Not worth it.
Okay. On a 10, you can tell there's something magical going on here, but you cannot say what.
Yeah.
You also see, now that you're on stage, there is a set of double doors that lead from directly backstage to somewhere else.
Gron sighs. And he starts walking towards these doors.
Klyx follows.
Yep.
All right, I'm going to push on the doors.
Okay. These open easily.
All right, in that case, I'm going to just throw them open.
It's about fucking time we just throw some doors open.
These are thrown open, and you find yourself in a simple room with fairly short columns arranged with small pots and other relics. You see a large archway and a hallway leading into darkness, and you see a set of stairs leading upward.
Any ideas?
As you enter the space from the stage, you hear echoing laughter return.
Come now. You didn't want to stick around for the performance. Shall we just cut to the chase, then?
And you see a dull blue glow erupt from beyond the stairs.
Oh, this is what we came for.
Let him feel as though he's toying with us. We'll just do what we did to him already. Just one more time. Let's end him.
Exactly. How hard could that be? Gron's going to the stairs.
Okay. You begin to ascend these stairs, and a set of marble doors immediately apparate behind you. You find yourself on sort of a bottom platform, and you can see about 100 feet up, there is another platform, and you can see a gout of blue flame erupt at the top of the platform and begin quickly coming down. I'm going to need everybody to roll Encounter Initiative one more time.
17.
19.
Fucking 6.
Did you think the prelude to the finale would be that simple? The final act that easy? Come now. Oh, if only your new god would tell you half the truths mine have revealed to me.
And as this flame quickly approaches, Paravex, you are up first.
This flame seems like a magical effect?
It does.
Alright, I'm going to attempt to use my Iconoclast Hero ability to dispel magic.
Very cool. I'm going to have you roll for that.
Okay. Please don't fuck me. That's a 22. If its spell level be less than 12, it is dispelled.
It may not have fucked you, but it fucked.
This wall of fire is immediately dispelled. Paravex, as you dispel this, your mind flashes back to a memory.
Let's get some of this shit.
Paravex, as your memories flash back, you are taken to a ruined scene. You see a small outdoor sun temple. The only thing not destroyed, its central obelisk standing a pure, brilliant white. You push your adversary in front of you to his knees, blood running down his face, and he mutters under his tired breath,
Finish it. Finish it, you heretic. I will stand before the gods a hero. You will never know that feeling. You will rot in the mire of punishment with the rest of your kind.
I pity you. All your life has been devoted to a lie. But I will stand before the true oblivion of a starless night and know that the sky I live under is true. Go to your gods. They will join you soon enough.
I cut this person's throat.
Jesus.
As you do this, you hear a whisper in your ear. You have begun to hear this whisper a few times now, but it is clearer now more than ever.
Let his unburdened soul see the truth of the next life, my disciple. And the lies of the gods for what they are.
You lift his shield, and in your reflection you watch as your skin turns pale and gray.
Now, look at his poor companion.
You draw your gaze to a injured, heavily breathing lioness.
This creature did not deserve to die by the side of someone so hopelessly devoted to those liars. I give you the power to restore this creature's life, that she may serve us in this quest for truth. This is the righteous path, my disciple, and you must walk it. Strengthen yourself, then you will be able to free me.
Make an Arcana check, Paravex.
Cool. That is a 13.
Okay. You watch as, in an instant, this lioness is transformed into the companion that you now know, and it bows stoically. And on that check, you also watch as simultaneously the body of this oracle is turned to ash and blows away like dust in the wind. And with this, you know that this soul has not been taken to the underworld, that it has been destroyed as your patron gathers strength.
And for the heirs to ashes, a god of ashes.
You mutter as your memory flashes back to the present.
As Paravex dispels this wall of fire, they call out to Atris.
All the utterings of all the gods are lies. You will never find truth in their light. I will show you.
Paravex, go ahead and roll me persuasion or intimidation.
Sure. This is going to be intimidation.
Nice.
And that's going to be a 25.
Insane. Everyone, but directed at Paravex, you hear, in a much more serious tone,
Oh, the gods, I don't recognize you. You're no follower of that raging brute, Clothus. But if it seems the heroes of our story have found another noble Scala, well, feel free to try your own luck then.
and with that, the way forward is clear.
Is Paravex smirking? Because you're smirking, Scala, so I just want curious.
No, I'm smirking at Andy having a go at the all-you-can-eat scenery buffet over here.
Yep.
Got it.
All right, I think Gron would lead the way.
Okay.
Klyx will don the Shroud of Nyx to raise my AC by 1, sensing we're getting close to Atris.
And I'll say, since you guys spent no time in the auditorium. Paravex's protection from good and evil would still be up for a little while here.
Yeah, it lasts 10 minutes.
Okay. With Gron in the lead, you ascend towards this chamber. You pass through a large archway, and where seemingly you should be inside, you are suddenly on a high, freestanding platform. You still see the stairs and the archway and the interior behind you, but you are looking from the side at the higher tiers of this large temple, and you see these tall columns that were once beside you as you entered this space, now surrounding this platform. Ahead of you, you see a final set of stairs reaching up towards the highest and most inner sanctum of this temple. But standing in front of that is Atris, unshrouded, his large, ornate mask, his brilliant blue robes, hands outstretched. He bows and says,
"And now, the heroes, the dramatic finale."
And you see, as he rises, a second figure floats behind him, Atris's own simulacrum. Let's roll initiative.
Motherfucker.
All right.
Okay, that's an 8.
12.
21.
I hate it when you roll with advantage and it's the same number on both dice.
Oh, yeah, that's crummy.
Klyx, you are up first. You are at the entrance to this space. It is about 60 feet away from these two figures.
Okay. Klyx will walk a little past the center, 35 feet. You've put us out in the open. You've taunted us. You've played tricks. Got in our head. You sure have a flair for the dramatic. Well, you're directing this show. Come at me. See what happens. And I'll hold my action.
Okay. Go ahead and give me persuasion.
I'd rather make that intimidation. Come at me, bro.
Sure. We'll call that intimidation.
It's a 25.
Okay. We will see how that unfolds. After Klyx, on initiative 20, suddenly behind all of you, similar marble doors apparate, barring these stairs back down. And we go to Atris himself, who, taunted by Klyx, is going to take him up on his words.
Let's go.
You see Atris levitating. Now then, Klyx, I won't let you get away again. And I'm going to need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
16 on the dice. No mod.
That is going to fail. As he utters the words, I won't let you get away again, you hear this bewildering word strike into your core. And you take 24 psychic damage.
No, I do not. I take 12. I'm resistant to psychic damage.
Inscrutable.
Hell yeah. Because you failed, even though you take half damage, you will still have disadvantage on attack rolls on Atris until the end of his next turn. Now, he does have multi-attack, and that is one thing he can do. So, as he sees you shake off his words with your psychic shroud, he's going to lunge at you.
Your tricks have little effect. Let's see what your blade can do.
With a eldritch strike as he draws a large crooked staff. As an attack roll, which he does get a dirty 20 on.
He does strike true?
Dealing 6 piercing damage and 8 force damage.
Yeah. It's what Klyx planned to do, and he's going to commit to it, even if the damage is higher than I would like. As he strikes me, I'll just say, thank you. And I will react with all charges of my Hellish Rebuke. If you could please make me a dex save.
Oh, yes!
Fucking great.
Gotta say, this particular feature is a lot more effective with Andromedy present.
Yeah.
He does roll a 15.
That fails. DC is 16.
Okay.
Yeah, those were good numbers. As he takes 27 fire damage.
In response to taking this, you see he retches back and is going to Misty Escape as a reaction. You see he immediately turns invisible, a familiar trick he used to lure you out of the amphitheater. As we go to Gron.
All right.
Klyx just engaged with Atris. He turned invisible, but you still see the simulacrum preparing to take their move as well in the distance.
Does it look like Atris?
So this looks just like Atris, but in the state that the two of you would have seen right before the simulacrum shattered. So it does look almost glass-like, which is what simulacrums tend to look like colloquially. Otherwise, it appears just like Atris.
Can I get to it?
60 feet away.
But on the same platform?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, yes. I can cover 60 feet in a turn.
There we go.
Here we go.
I'm going to paw at the ground a little bit with my hoof, and then I'm going to charge my entire movement 40 feet, and as I enter my rage, I can move another 20 feet, closing the distance between me and this simulacrum.
Hell yeah.
Bringing me right up to it as it makes a dex save.
You got it. That's a 7.
All right, that fails, and you're going to take... one lightning damage as this one shitty little red spark.
Oh.
Yeah, one little bzz. But anyway, I've got 2 attacks in the chamber, so here we go. Are you kidding me? 18 to hit.
That will hit.
Oh, it does.
You're Gron now. Disappointing numbers still hit when you're Gron.
I know, it's just 2 single digits on the dice is always disappointing. That was reckless, by the way. They've all been reckless.
Hell yeah.
Okay, take it. That's 14 slashing and an additional 3 necrotic on that first hit.
Okay, nice. Yeah, you see this slash meet and then pierce through what appears to be some sort of illusory mage armor. Even so, these defenses nothing for the beef of Gron.
Yeah, more beef coming.
What a great attack call. More beef coming.
That was me. That wasn't Gron. All right, so I slash through, and then with that momentum, come back around on the other side. That's not going to hit, probably, with a 15.
That will just miss.
Yeah, that sucks.
Okay.
That's literally every possible part of action combat, so I think I'm done.
Hell yeah. That was Gron. We go on to Paravex.
Okay, I am going to saunter a little further into this chamber, but I'm going to stay at range for now, and I'm just going to attempt to hit the simulacrum that I can see with a chill touch. Nat 1.
Oof.
I can't even get the magic going.
Oh, man. Anything else from Paravex?
Klyx, you're looking a little hurt, right?
At this point, I'm looking hurt. Not bloodied, but hurt.
So, I'm going to use my healing light as a bonus action to heal you a bit.
Hell's yes. Give me this shit.
Yeah.
I needs it.
So you regain 7 hit points.
And what does that Warlock boon look like?
Paravex mutters something in Celestial and clicks this light dusting of ashes falls on you and lands in your wounds like a salve. Mm-hmm. They actually glow and begin to close up the wounds where they touch.
Nice. Thank you.
You will need all your strength to emerge from this ordeal.
And that's Paravex.
Very cool. After Paravex, it is the Simulacrum's turn. It turns towards Gron, and almost as if Atris himself were speaking through this Simulacrum, you hear, "Ever the brave, bold Gron." Let's see how brave you are after this. And I'm going to need you to make a Wisdom save.
Not great at that. 6. Not good at that at all.
Gron, you are overcome by a familiar feeling as this fear takes hold from this fear spell.
I fucking knew it.
And Gron, you are frightened as this Simulacrum's golden mask turns a shadowy, void-like black. And we are going to go back to the top with Klyx.
Okay. Klyx will look around. You know, Atris has just seemingly vanished. Out of an abundance of caution, I will use my bonus action to disengage, just in case he's waiting in the fucking wings.
Okay, you got it.
And I will use my movement to flank the Simulacrum with Gron, and I'll attack it.
Go for it.
Let me just roll again to see if it's a crit, but it definitely fucking hits. It's a fucking crit. Okay. Yeah.
No way.
The first roll was an 18,
Nice.
the second was a nat 20.
Yes!
Hell yeah.
Holy shit. Okay. This is going to be 40 slashing damage.
Fuck. Holy shit.
Enjoy that DC 20 concentration check.
Yeah, that's going to be a roll. So here's the blue dice.
That's not fucking fair. You don't get to do that.
Fuck you.
And that was, honest to God, a crit. But hold on. let me make a case for this. It could have been on something way worse.
It's actually true. Spell attack rolls at this level can get nasty.
So, the simulacrum maintains concentration.
All right.
But a devastating blow. You can see chips and cracks in this simulacrum's form.
Andy, can you roll a perception check?
10.
On a 10, you definitely know that there are other fucking dice besides the blue dice in your room, right?
Literally have been using so many d20s.
See that.
Klyx, in a response to this devastating blow, you see shards of glass and crystal erupt as it casts Hellish Rebuke.
Okay, all right. I used all my charges, so I can't fucking half this fire damage. Bummer.
Yes, you did. So you've got to make a dex save.
No, I'm theoretically okay at this.
Just okay.
I'm good at this. It's a 22.
All right. That'll save for half?
That'll save for evasion, so none.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
You're
it will.
right. Yeah, okay, fine.
Attorney at rules law. Sometimes useful.
Okay. Klyx taking no damage from that Hellish Rebuke.
Yeah. Thank you, level 7.
After Klyx, we go to initiative count 20 and a new lair action. All of you see these familiar blue flames alight on the top of the columns that surround this platform. As these alight, you see strange hypnotic patterns pour into a cube encompassing Klyx and Gron. I'm going to need the two of you to make wisdom saves.
2.
8.
Great.
Yeah, do your DM chuckle. I'm sure you're thrilled.
Both of you are charmed in this moment by this hypnotic pattern, and we'll see how that resolves on your turns.
Probably poorly.
We go on to Atris, who appears near Paravex. I don't know you, but you'll be fun to toy with all the same. And I'm going to need a wisdom save as his hand stretches out to try and hold you down.
So this is hold person?
Yes.
I don't very much like being held. I'm gonna attempt to counterspell this.
Okay. Go ahead and roll, please.
That is a natural 20.
Hell yeah.
Paravex dismissively waves a hand to bat Atris's hand away, and whatever magic he was gathering in it turns to ash in his fingers and floats harmlessly to the ground.
It seems that we are not the only one that Phenax has deceived.
He scoffs at that, and we go on to Gron. You are feared and charmed.
What's the effect of this charm?
If it's hypnotic pattern, your speed is 0 and you're incapacitated.
Yeah, it is. So,
Alright, just skip my turn.
at the end of your turn, please repeat a wisdom save.
I can't save for the fear right now. You can't make the wisdom saving throw unless you're out of line of sight of the source of it.
Yes, that is true. Fuck. That's unfortunate. I seemed to have locked Gron, and I did not mean to do that.
Yeah. Gron is just fully frozen in place.
Shit.
Fucking literally coded a glitch into Gron. If this were a video game, Gron just glitched.
Oh my god.
He's like half in the floor. There's nothing.
Unfortunately, Gron, your turn passes. Your rage also ends.
And I'm sorry, I may have missed it. So why can't Gron save against the charm?
So, someone needs to take an action to shake you out of hypnotic pattern.
Perfect. So Gron and I can't do that to each other. Enjoy the one-person combat, Paravex, because that's what this is now.
There are other ways to break that. I will just say that as well. If you take any damage, it immediately ends.
Okay.
Gron passes his turn. We go to Paravex.
Okay, I can see that my allies are stupefied.
Yes, you can.
So here's a question. The action that it would require to break them out of their stupor, is it simple enough that a cat could do it?
Yes, if it has its own action, then yes, I will say you can do that.
Okay, then I'm going to use my action to attack Atris.
Great.
Because fuck that guy. Atris is not mounted. I roll these attacks with advantage.
Hell yeah!
But they both suck. Does a 15 hit?
A 15 just misses.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Second attack. If a 15 just misses, I presume a 19 will hit.
19 hits?
Okay. Minimum 8.
I'm sorry.
I'm not rolling great tonight, I feel.
In response to that, he will use his Hellish Rebuke.
Hellish Rebuke. Very good. Dex save. Nope. That's a 9.
taking 14 fire damage.
I can live with that. So then I'm going to move over to Klyx. He's already used his reaction, so he can't take an attack of opportunity. And Pumice will nudge you gently with her snout.
Yes, I was hoping it would be snout. Perfect.
Not much of a fearsome lion, this one. Come now.
Klyx, you come out of the hypnotic pattern.
This fucking thing. I quite like Pumice, but this is great.
Yeah.
Anything else from Paravex?
No, that's all my stuff.
Okay, we go to the simulacrum. Surrounded by these 3 foes.
Gron stands completely still and does and says nothing and blinks as if to say, come at me, bro.
You see it is going to position itself to get all 3 of you in a blue flamed burning hands. It's going to be dex saves from all 3 of you.
It's a 19 for me.
That'll pass.
I take nothing.
Got a 3 and a 14.
Those will both fail.
That's 2 17s. Dirty 20.
Great. So Klyx takes nothing, Gron will take half of this, and Paravex and Pumice will take all of this.
Pumice will take half of this because of mounted combatant.
That is 23 fire damage.
Yikes!
Damn, gave up that resistance.
So half, that's 11.
Pumice is still up,
Okay.
but both Cat and Ryder are looking rough.
Rough Rider. Sorry.
That is the simulacrum's turn. They're standing more or less in the archway. As we go to the top of the round, that is Klyx.
Gonna do the thing. I don't need to roll the second dice. First one was an nat 20.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, this fuck.
This is against the simulacrum?
This is against the simulacrum.
Okay, great.
This is the most damage I've done. 53 slashing damage.
Oh my god. Jesus Christ, Klyx.
Sneak attack, crits.
Paint an impressive picture.
Is this simulacrum also going to kill Atris or no?
It's just an ice sculpture.
Yeah, it's made of ice and crystal and glass.
In that case, then, Klyx will crawl up this sculpture and just keep stabbing into it as he climbs the length of it, just chipping away at it as it just turns into rubble.
Awesome.
And then stand over that rubble and no lies here. You're next, I promise.
You have no idea what you're getting yourself into. But try all you like, fate thief.
As the simulacrum is destroyed, the fear on Gron immediately ends.
Got you, buddy.
The hypnotic pattern is gone as well from the damage from burning hands.
Oh, good.
Before I call it on my turn, I would like to make one more perception check just to see if there's something I can hide behind.
Sure, yeah, you can go ahead and make another.
This is better. This is a 19 on the dice. No mod, though.
Okay, the way they're built, you could actually hide behind this archway. There's a little platform and then these stairs that go up into the rest of the temple. Those are attached to the platform. The columns are not.
Beautiful. All right, I'm going to bonus action hide behind that then.
Okay,
28. Jesus Christ.
awesome. That is Klyx's turn. On initiative count 20, all of the flames that were glowing blue now turn a dark, almost black gray. And the 3 of you look about, and whether you blink or whether you look at your allies and Atris back and forth, I need all 3 of you to make intelligence saves.
Ooh. I'm terrible at this, but that's neat.
Oh,
18.
18. Fucking finally.
It's only a 6.
So, Gron and Klyx, you feel some strange illusory effect begin to take hold, but you do not succumb. However, Paravex, as you cast your gaze about this chamber, you now see 3 Atrises.
Yes!
Why are you happy about this? Because it's cool?
This was Vinzola's lair
Oh, yeah.
action.
Yes, it was.
Right.
Yup, and not your allies. So, we go to Atris's turn. Oh, mighty Gron.
It would seem you did not fall for my trick.
And they are going to lunge at you. This is first going to be with the Eldritch Strike. That is a 19 to hit. Mm-hmm. That is 8 piercing damage and 10 force damage. And then, as he draws his weapon back,
What
did ever happen to your precious companion? And it's going to use the bewildering word on you, so that is going to be another wisdom save.
15.
You save, and you take no damage. Wow, that doesn't even save for half.
Nice.
Great.
That's fine. There's so much other bullshit in this kit, I don't even care. Okay, that is Atris' turn. That's Gron's turn.
Alright, getting pretty low here. Fucking door. I don't have any rages left. How's Atris looking?
Honestly, okay. You guys have been focusing down the simulacrum. He hasn't taken a ton of damage yet.
I'm gonna Blinding Smite.
Hell yeah.
Gonna do that thing in my head where I have to pay a little bit of devotion to Mogus, but try not to think about it too hard. And Gron feels a conflict inside him as his axe glows red.
Hell yeah.
Here we go. Blinding Smite. And I'm attacking with the Blood Axe of Fury right into Atris. 26 to hit.
That'll definitely fucking hit.
I fucking hope so. And that's gonna be... Alright, that's great. That's gonna be 18 radiant damage on there. Ooh. Constitution saving throw, please.
He only rolled a 10, but as you strike into him, you can see his mask glisten, and he goes to invoke his Dark One's own luck and try and raise that a little bit. That's a 15?
Yeah, it saves.
That was 18. There's more damage in there somewhere.
I didn't even roll the slashing damage, which would be, that's good too. 16 slashing damage, and 3 necrotic.
Hell yeah.
Just for fun.
Just for the fuck of it.
Yeah, just a little icing. Necrotic.
Negronic.
Yeah.
He lurches back from that devastating attack.
Just gonna hit him again.
Of course you are. Go for it.
27 to hit.
Hits.
Yeah. Okay, it's a good thing these are the advantage, though, because the other die is always
Perilous.
much lower. 9 slashing damage on that.
Still a great turn from Gron.
Peering from behind the arches, how is Atris looking?
Atris is now looking hurt. He wasn't really looking fatigued at all before this turn, but now he's starting to look a little worn, a little tattered.
I'm gonna back up, take a few steps back from the situation, maybe 10, 15 feet. Just put some distance here.
Great. Anything else from Gron?
Nope.
What a fucking good turn. That was awesome.
Yeah, I'm making up for lost time here. Jesus.
And without rage.
Gron is very, just in general, Gron is very swingy.
As Gron moves away, Paravex, you see one of these Atris figures moving away from you.
I think it would be reasonable for Paravex to want to hold their reaction to counterspell rather than take an attack of opportunity.
Okay, great. It is your turn. You see 3 figures of Atris in front of you.
No. Klyx is fucking hidden.
You see 2 figures of Atris.
I will rely on what I know, and what I know is that I must restore my strength.
I'm going to just cast a first level Cure Wounds on myself
Okay.
with my action. Because of the way Find Steed works, this also heals Pumice.
Hell yeah. So cool.
That's going to be a maximum of 12.
Nice.
Good for you.
That comes back. And then there is an Atris in front of me and another Atris. I'm going to roll a percentile dice. The way I see it, I have a 50% chance of going after the right Atris.
Yes, you do.
High, I will go after the real Atris. Low, I will go after Gron Atris. And that is 55. So Pumice is just going to make a claw attack at the real Atris,
You think.
I think. That's a 20 to hit
That will hit.
for 8 slashing damage.
Very good.
As a bonus action, I will use Healing Light. And I will heal myself another 6.
Nice. It's awesome that you can stack that, because that's not a spell. At the end of your turn, please repeat the intelligence save.
Okay. Same 6. Still see a bunch of Atrises.
That's right. And we go on to the top. That's Klyx.
Jumping out of hiding and attacking. Advantage. Total of 22 to hit.
Hits.
Solid. 32 slashing damage without crit. This is fucking 6 on the first d6, and then the sneak attack was 5, 5, and 6 d6.
Dang.
Amazing.
You're ruining everything! Don't you see his grand design? Don't you see their grand design?
None of that matters. I promised you. And I'm gonna lunge my dagger as a bonus action into him as well.
Nice.
It's 19 on the dice, which does crit because of fate meters.
Yes, it fucking does.
It's 11 piercing damage from the dagger.
Okay, you can see Atris begin to unravel. Klyx, a similar side of him that you saw when he began to reach his death throes, even just speaking through his simulacrum as he leers towards you.
Go ahead, do it. I will relish the opportunity to come back and kill you. I know Phenax will not forsake me. I am his oracle.
Anything else from Klyx?
Klyx will just smirk at that, but that will be the end of his turn.
We go to Atris, who reaches out towards you, Klyx.
Now you have no oracle of destiny to stop me. You thought you could get away,
But you can't. And as he utters the word can't, he stretches out a clawing finger of death. Am I going to get a counterspell or not?
Scala did smack their lips, which reads of, I'm going to counterspell this.
I was saving it. We're gonna try. The dice will determine all. We're not gonna. That's a 2 on the dice. No counterspell today.
Okay.
Good luck, Klyx. I tried my best.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah, Klyx. Make a con save.
If this literally kills Klyx, like, that was a cool way to go. Let's do this. Oh, shit. Natural 20. It's 25 total.
Get the fuck out!
Yeah, and for the record, I
my
kind of
God.
wanted to fail just to get the drama going here, but it's a nat 20.
The drama is going.
You're still gonna take some damage.
Yeah, that's fair. This is a fucking spicy combat already.
That's gonna be 58 necrotic damage halved for a total of 29.
So just for the record, 58 is my maximum hit point number.
Good thing you saved then.
It's a very good thing I saved. Klyx is looking ready to go.
Oh, you still had 29?
Yeah, Paravex healed me earlier.
All right.
You can tell Klyx is on his last leg after that hit. Whether it's me, or one of them, or someone else, a good friend of mine told me the god of destiny said your time is coming.
You see Atris cough up blood as it pours from beneath their mask.
God of destiny or not, even she can't stop what's coming.
We go to Gron.
Seeing these on the ropes, I'm gonna swing into him a couple of times here. That's a dirty 20 to hit.
That will hit.
All right, with this first hit, dealing, that's a 1 on the d12. That's 7 slashing damage.
Okay.
And 3 necrotic.
Okay.
How's he looking?
On fucking death's door.
Well, what a chase, what a show. And for what? For me? For answers? For this temple of deceit for the nightmare muse? You can scour the corners of the world, you won't find any of them. These are secrets not even fair Groovix knows.
Gron just stone faces that. And rolls a 27 to hit.
Fuck yeah. Good.
Absolutely fucking hits.
That's another nat 1 on the d12 for only 7 slashing damage.
Which is a integer larger than 2.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Gron, paint a picture.
All right. Gron over this completely. Slashes into him once, looks to really wound him, and then with a final killing blow, just strikes him down. Sorry, I didn't learn my lines.
Yes.
Yes!
What a fucking good kill dialogue.
Oh my god!
Fuck yeah.
You slay the Oracle of Half-Truths.
As Atris falls, Gron expects to come out of his rage, and then realizes he wasn't raging.
Fuck yeah.
And that came from within him.
Fuck yeah.
Absolutely.
That's awesome.
Gron, as you realize this, as you see your allies still standing around you, as you see the slain Oracle in front of you, you see this entire temple begin to buckle as the powerful illusions holding this entire place together begin to quickly fade. That's where we're going to leave this game.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
You did it!
We did it.
I hope we're finally finished with this asshole.
Really thought I was going to get attacked with that mirror image illusion shit, but, you know, we're good. You're such a good little Heidi boy.
Yeah, Scala, that trick was too good not to pass up. I had to use it.
Oh, I really appreciate it. You know.
Shout out to Ravnica.
Thank you. Yeah. It's you know me. I'm always happy to see someone else get on my Demir bullshit.
Well, yeah, that's really what this was, and honestly, it was a lot of fun.
No, this is a good combat. It was a lot of fun. It's a great boss fight.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. Pods of the Multiverse is produced by Jimmy Affatigato and edited by Scala with music by Andy Berger, that's me, and art by Alexa Reilly. Thanks to our Patreon supporters, and a special thanks to our Holy Avengers, May, Jake, Chris, and John. For $5 a month on Patreon, you can access every episode of Table Talk, our weekly variety show produced by Geppi.
Thanks for listening.
There it is.
Got it.
I feel like you're fucking with me.